Hello again, Struck. Welcome back to my channel and my stream, where today I will be testing something fresh, something different, something that normally you wouldn't see me play as a genre, which is a 2D platformer. Well, every now and then you do see me play it. You do see me play platformers every now and then, but it's not the norm. It's the off case. Let's put it that way. So, Convergence, a League of Legends story. It's in the universe of League of Legends, but it is a Metroidvania style 2D platformer that apparently has some interesting, how should I say it, time manipulation mechanics, time manipulation as a theme, I guess. So yeah, let's check it out and see what it's all about. And see if I like it. I mean, I'm not expecting to like it as a genre, but I could still judge it objectively, subjectively, whatever actively you want me to judge it, um, regardless of whether I enjoy the genre or not. So okay, let's see. Just a moment to make sure everything I'm seeing is right. Yeah, there it is. Gameplay, nah, I'm not gonna use a control. Actually, I might use a controller. Well, we'll see how it goes without a controller, and if needed, I will switch to a controller. Yeah, I'll go balanced, you know? I'll go balanced. I can adjust the difficulty if it's too easy. Enemy aggressiveness. Battle compositions. I like that there are difficulties. Reversal layout. Okay, this seems fine. Yeah, yet another Riot Forge League of Legends story type of game. I've enjoyed Ruined King a lot, by the way, from the League of Legends story games. I was planning on playing Mage Seeker. I mean, I do have Mage Seeker installed. No, not installed. Actually, yeah, I do have it. But I never got to play it. So it's still in the the window. Maybe I could try Mage Seeker tomorrow. Because Mage Seeker might be more to my liking. Boom! And can I play now, please? Okay. AD to move.
I was supposed to meet Lim up here.
Smooth animations.
Okay.
Oh, I'm seeing some stuttering. Wait, why am I seeing such stuttering? Fuck. Just a moment. Let me check my driver settings. Maybe I might need to disable some stuff. I'll actually update my drivers after this stream. I'll remove enhanced sync. The only driver setting I have enabled is enhanced sync. So if removing that makes the game run better, then that's fine. Yeah. Okay, this runs better. Let me switch virtual sync now. Since I'm removing the enhanced, I might as well have this one. What is this thing? This is for healing.
Hey! It's about to get smelly.
Okay, simple but effective. Wait, what is wrong with the resolution? What the fuck? And by the way, you're not seeing it, are you? Let me just refresh my window capture. Realized you're not seeing. It's my capture. Replace me. What about now? Okay, now it's showing. Let me again check the settings. Look at that. Do you see that? The bars on the side. What the fuck? Let me go full screen instead of Borderlands full screen. Maybe this would fix things. Hopefully. No, I still see those those greeny bars at the side. In fact, the performance went to hell now.
Yep, just an average day in Zaun.
I know, maybe that's the way the game is supposed to be, but I doubt that that's the way the game is supposed to be. I think it's all because of the dual monitor. Yet another game that doesn't handle dual monitor setups the right way. So the game is thinking that I need black bars because my main monitor is 21 by 9. The monitor I play this on is 16 by 9. And now it's thinking that it needs to have 30% of the pixels, 15 on each side, the way it would if I were to play 16 by 9 on an ultra wide monitor. But I'm playing 16 by 9 on a 16 by 9 monitor. But again, another game that doesn't have option to select which monitor, which display you want it to be on. I did make it windowed mode and I did drag and drop it to the right monitor. But as you're seeing, it's treating the game. It's treating the game as if I'm playing on the ultra wide monitor, but it is giving me black bars on a 16 by 9, turning it into effectively 4 by 3, which is super stupid way of doing things. And this is purely the game's fault for not realizing how to handle certain situations. So this is windowed mode, which of course made a huge massive window, which it shouldn't have. Let me actually restart the game. You know what? Let's restart the game and see. Maybe it will get fixed. When in doubt, I guess restart. And of course the sound is extremely loud when I restart. I think it's gonna be better now. Maybe that's all. No, kill the black bars. What the fuck, game? Why? Why are you so unreasonable, game? I mean, it's not like it's unplayable. It is playable, but it looks wrong in so many ways. And the thing is, when I switch window, it doesn't let me resize the window, which is the big problem. If I could just play window with resizing the window, I could do it. Wouldn't be a problem. Well, this really is a massive problem. I have one more thing I will try. I will switch which monitor is my main one from my Windows settings. Um, and that should maybe force the game to launch in the right way. Lazy developers, that's pretty much it. You should expect you should expect people to have dual monitor setups and how the game will handle with that. I'm pretty sure the majority of people use more than one monitor in 2023. Okay, so let me make my 16 by 9 the main monitor. I'll restart the game again. It's still launching on the other monitor. What the actual fuck? So even though I made the other monitor the main monitor, it's still launching on the big one. Okay, just give me a moment. I need to go through the settings again. But this is worse than Boltgun yesterday and how Boltgun was handling certain things. But I think we will fix it now. I'm not seeing those bars anymore. So quick thinking saves the day. But now the game, yeah, I think it's fine now. Okay, well, managed to salvage what was pretty broken as a situation. Oh no, fuck. Well, don't tell me they actually designed the game in this way to look like a 4x3. Maybe that's actually how the game is supposed to look like. But if that's how the game is supposed to look like, then what the actual fuck, Riot Forge? Why does the game scale itself to 4x3 resolution aspect ratio? They clearly can get more than just 4x3 and take advantage of those extra pixels. But okay, let's just play that way for at least a while. But this is another game for a fun length. It's not acceptable for something like this to exist
Ekko,
as an issue.
Lim.
It should never be an issue. And if it's the intended design, then it's terrible design. Then it's even worse because it will be bad by design, not by a bug. See, it's as if I have some sort of menu on the side. New codex entry, Mammoth Chamber. Haven't unlocked ability skills and gadgets yet.
Hey, Lim, can you hear me? Ekko, I'm scared.
Yeah, this doesn't seem like it's intended. It's definitely a bug.
I'm gonna find another way around. Don't worry.
Rewind.
I need a way to get around. Let me retrace my steps.
Okay.
Be a path around.
Okay. Yeah, this definitely would be better played with a controller.
Oh boy. You know what?
Let me bring out my controller. Yeah, controller it is.
Hey!
Ah, shit, it only lets me move. Ah, there we go. Okay. I don't like using the sticks. The Xbox controller sticks are awful because they have this little thing here. Do you see? With this this edge, this edge here, it's extremely uncomfortable for my finger that there is this edge at the at the end, this rim at the edge. If it didn't have it, if it was smooth and maybe rounded down instead of rounded that way, and maybe it would have been much easier for me to use. I remember the Sega Saturn controller. It was
Pull me out of
massive,
here?
big,
I
but
always do.
many of the things were better. I wish they would start making controllers with 6 buttons like the old Sega ones. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I really love the ABC XYZ um, on the original Sega and Sega
Thank you
Saturn
so much, Ekko.
controllers.
You know I'd help. I have to tell you something. I lost it. Well, it got stolen.
But yeah, Xbox are awful when it comes to designing the sticks on a controller. And you would expect from Microsoft to design something comfortable, considering how big the budget of the company is. How do I activate this? Uh-huh. This game is actually more difficult to play with a controller, at least to me, because of how they made how they made me not jump with up, but jump with a separate button. Now what? Yeah, I think I'll go back to mouse and keyboard. It's not as great on the controller.
Ooh, I'll take it.
Rare part. Okay. Now what? Oh, there is another enemy. Oh shit, I need... Oh no! Oh fuck! Wasn't this supposed to be the easiest difficulty? What's wrong? Oh, come on, fucking bullshit. Okay, got me some healing, but it's not enough. I need more healing. Okay, nice. Can I get some more? Oh, healing, yes. Oh, nice. I need more. Why is my healing? Why is my health stopping at 5 pips? I need to figure out a way to increase it to more pips. There probably are some upgrades after you level up or something like that. I'm supposed to do something with those glowy thingies. Don't I have some ranged attack maybe?
Whoa! It even feels more powerful. Ah, I know just who to try this out on.
Hey, are you the ones that pushed Lim? Who took...
Maybe.
We don't care about no story.
Coming for ya.
Oh, this one fucking has range. Unexpected from a melee character, but okay. Fuck.
Nice.
Come on, make me stronger, cause
Feels good to have my time
it's
winded
boring
back.
if I only have
Now
one
I better
attack.
head into the market hub.
I need more attacks, more skills, abilities.
Yeah. The time winder might help.
Time Winder. Why would Time Winder help? What do I do next?
Time winder
Uh-huh.
might help.
And what did this do? What the fuck? I still don't understand how to... That's how. And Razor says, hey Struck, how are you? A long time no speak to you. I'm excited about Diablo 4. I heard good things about Endgame. Whoa, people already played. Yeah, there are people who already played it, but there are people who played it last year. There are a lot of people who played the Endgame last year. There's thousands of people who played it last year, not just content creators for review purposes, but the content creators for review purposes played the game with the story and the end game. Whereas the end game only beta that was last year, at the end of the year roughly, that one was only the end game. You didn't have the story; they just had the open world and the dungeons and the paragons. So, what good things did you hear about the end game, by the way? Could you say any specifics regarding
Busy day
that?
for the rising hell.
Like, what's so good about the end game? Because I doubt that you would tell me something that I don't know already, but who knows? Maybe there is something I don't know about it. How do I make the fucking jump? What the hell? Fucking hate things like those in games. I'm not going to details, speak overall the game is good, they liked it. Of course they would like it. They were given the game, I mean, most of them would not want to hurt their reputation and standing with Blizzard if they want to keep getting previews, if they want to get exclusives to updates and stuff. They wouldn't say much bad about it. They would probably say just the mild bad things where it doesn't really matter, just so that they don't make Blizzard unhappy. I don't trust big streamers. If I become a big streamer, you shouldn't trust me either. Just keep that in mind. The big ones are the ones you should never trust because they get supported by the companies and stuff like that. So they obviously wouldn't want to lose major source of income, major source of exclusivity by saying bad things about the game. My thoughts are that the end game is not enough. You have nightmare dungeons, which will get very boring and very repetitive very quickly, even though there's hundreds of affixes, of affixes for the nightmare dungeons. But there's nightmare dungeons. There's the bounties, which I like a lot, and that they give us an option to do those. And then there's open world exploration like Hell Tides and world bosses and stuff like that. But that's not enough. That is not enough. We need something similar to rifting, more like rifting, less like mapping, because the dungeons are more like a mixture between rifting and mapping. We need something that's maybe like a payload mode where you escort type of mission. And we need to make sure that all of those are equally rewarding your time spent, so that no type of end game rewards more per hour spent grinding that type of content than the other. In my opinion, on end game, a project of the scale of Diablo should have 4 or at least 3 types of different end game to do. Right now we have 1.5. If the bounties are the half, the nightmare dungeons are the 1. And you do the bounties, the whispers, to get shit. you do those to get CGUs. I think they made it so that CGUs are farmable easily in bounties. You get CGU caches, if I'm not mistaken. Fuck. What would that torchlight end game with maps work for Diablo 4? I never liked the torchlight end game, the torchlight end game. I mean, yes, it is a foundation of a good thing. It is the foundation of a good thing. But if you want, I can give you my design ideas for end game, and those could work on any game. It doesn't have to be a Diablo style game. It could be. It could be Borderlands style game and still benefit from it. Let me see where my document was. Just a moment. I'm gonna find it. And if you haven't seen my ideas, I have 5 ideas. I've had ideally those were suggestions I wrote in the Torchlight forums for endgame for Torchlight. Eventually, after Torchlight became what it did, um, after Torchlight became what it did, I just made them as separate endgame systems in case I ever get the chance to make the game of my dreams, to make the game I've designed. Which again, the only problem right now is budget. If I had the budget, I could always hire the people to make that game. But let me show you. So maybe it's not seen easily there. So for example, there is something that is a mix between rifting and tower mode, and it's similar to what Torchlight 3's endgame could have evolved into. For example, it's difficult to explain how it is because I don't want to review certain things about the story and the lore behind it, but there is like 100 stages, 100 page or memories, because those are the ancients memories or something like that. There will be, so every stage involves healing, every stage, every page, every memory involves killing a certain number of mobs to spawn a stage boss, a guardian, to call it for lack of other words. No need to kill all the mobs, but can kill the remaining mobs after the portal to the guardian is opened. So let's say 80% of the mobs need to be killed, and then a portal opens up near where you are, so you don't have to look for it. It's as if the guardian is taunting you. Kind of similar to how Torchlight 3 did it, but it doesn't spawn too close to the players to prevent accidentally clicking it, which was a huge problem in Torchlight 3 for me. When the portal spawns right where my cursor is in front of my hero and I click it. So it spawns within like somewhere in the screen in your visibility on your screen, but not right next to you, around the edges, let's say. Then every stage will have various map affixes. Stages 1 to 3 will have 3, 1 positive, 1 negative, 1 ancient, which is non-changeable. The ancient will change after stages 11, 22, and after 33. So you have that fixed affix that defines those 33 stages, while the other ones keep changing depending on the stage. Stages 34, 66 have double the positive and negative, plus 3 ancient, which is 1 positive, 2 negative ancients. The ancients will change after 44, 55, and after 66. And then stages 67 and 99 have double the positive and negative, plus 6 ancient, which is 2 positive, 4 negative. The ancient will change after 77, 88, and then stage 100 is unique and lets you pick 3 positive ancient and 3 negative ancient affixes every time you go in. Those remain until beating the boss or paying coins / gold to change reshape the map affixes. Every third stage includes a mini boss, an officer, which is stronger than the guardian, by the way. Finishing an officer fight for the first time unlocks rewards, a keepsake, and keepsakes are a growth system limited to this game mode only, and you can have a total of 10 keepsake slots. So this is like a build specifically for this end game system. It's like you're deciding on a mini build or mini version of a build, whatever, that would let you experience the game in a different way. Um, so let's say you want extra stats. Each keepsake would give you those stats, and you would want to collect those and walk all those keepsakes. And you can have 10, which would be 5 minor, let's say white, then 3 advanced, let's say blue, and 2 major, let's say orange. Um, and the minor ones give you 1 stat affixes. By the way, keep in mind that the major SWAT can hold advanced and minor. So if you haven't found major ones yet, you can fill them in with some of the other ones. And again, this is you have power creep, but the power creep is contained within the endgame mode itself. It doesn't affect other endgame modes. So while you progress this endgame mode, you're getting stronger in this endgame mode. You're not getting stronger in the other endgame modes. And again, this is like a build within build you have for the endgame mode, and you can modify this build depending on what content you're fighting. Let's say you have a map affix that reduces your resistances to lightning. Okay, you take maybe something that gives you more O resistance or more resistance to lightning. Let's say you know that there will be enemies that will be infused with fire. You might wanna take fire resistance or stuff like that. Or you can just focus on building crits or HP or defenses and stuff like that. So that's like a little mini build of 10 extra keepsakes. But keepsakes, again, minor ones have 1 stat affix. For example, HP or damage or crit damage or cold damage or elemental damage, whatever. Actually, my damage types are primal, unnatural, and physical. For primal, there's fire, water, ice, earth, lightning. Wind, for unnatural, there is both necrotic slash that I haven't fully decided all of them, but there's primal, unnatural, and physical damages. So those could be certain things you get there. So minor are 1 affix. And at levels 33, 66, and 99, the players start getting the next grade of keepsakes. So until stage 33, you're getting only minor keepsakes with a single stat bonus. But after 33, all the way until 66, you're getting ones that give you double the affixes, 2 affixes. And then after 66 all the way to 99, you earn major ones, which give you 3 affixes. And again, you can mix and match as you want. So keepsake bonuses only apply to the player inside the memories mode and are removed when doing any other content. Then stages 33, 66, 99, there will be a general. So you know there's guardians, then there's officers, and then there's generals. Again, that's just placeholder names. And the generals is a larger boss fight when at stage 100 the player fights a commander. A boss fight that is more advanced than the 3 generals. And here comes why did I design this in such a way, and why is it the ancients memories? Because every season we can introduce new 100 stages. Those stages remain, but every season you have new content. New ancient figure appears, and we relive that ancient figure's memories by going through those stages. And by having a new ancient appearing, it will also affect the other endgame modes. It will have a team. Each ancient will bring a new team based on the origin. And I don't want to say the right word because I'll ruin the whole premise of the game. But each of those ancients will come from certain places, and we'll be able to explore those new places each season that will have new monsters and new things like that with each update. And that means we are growing the content, and we are letting people choose which 100 stages they want to grind. They will be equally rewarding. They will have different things. They will have different keepsakes. Some of the keepsakes will be the same, but some of them would be unique-ish to that one. So they would allow you to experience that in a different way. It sounds complex, but it's extremely easy to learn. It's easy to learn. People will get used to it extremely quickly. It's not that much, and it's not overwhelming players with like endless mode. And the best thing about all those stages is every stage is worth doing. Why? Well, first of all, you can revisit previous stages, just like in Torchlight 3 the Fuzzier. Every time a stage is completed, it gets randomized with new map affixes until either completed again or the player pays currency earnable anywhere, possibly just coins gold, to reshape that memory. Possibly to add new ancient so again, there's a possibility to add new ancient entity with their own new memories every season, where players fight different officers, generals, and commanders from the life of that ancient. Maybe ties those to a seasonal storyline, or just take the enemies and bosses from a seasonal storyline, either keeping or removing the previous memory, ideally keeping it, letting players decide which ancient's memories they want to experience. If it introduces a new ancient NPC, then it's a good idea to have that NPC give out a seasonal quest chain that takes the player on a new campaign story, possibly to make it so that every ancient sends us back in time to relive their past. There, because they could be female, doesn't have to be guys all the time. Past battles and other important moments of their past. To make it worth redoing every stage, adding focused farming drops. This is the massive quality of life every game needs. Focused farming drops. So every stage will have an increased chance to drop certain legendary, mythical, fabled items. But that doesn't mean this is the only place to get those items, and it doesn't mean this replaces the drops of other items. Let's say you're after item XYZ, and let's say stages 30, 67, and 89 have increased chances if a legendary drops, for that legendary to be legendary XYZ. And you have a reason to repeat those stages. You don't have to keep running the final stage. You have reasons to return to certain stages if you're chasing a certain build. And that's extremely good to have certain things like that. So it won't be just a single item with increased drops. There would be 2 or 3 items with boosted drops for each stage. And you have those 100 stages. Out of those 100 stages, you would always have certain places to rely on, go back to keep running those if you feel like it, if you really want to target that one. And then by increased boosted chance drop, again, I mean they will be obtainable in any other type of content, so you can obtain them elsewhere. You don't have to do this one. But slightly higher chance if a legendary and mythical fable drops, that will be the boosted ones. And again, every mythical legendary whatever item should have at least 2 or 3 different stages where you can farm it, so you don't have to keep repeating that same one. Because YouTube doesn't like me. YouTube doesn't like recommending my content. And then again, adding new ancients every season, good opportunity to introduce new gear themed to that specific ancient's memories past. The other endgame mode is escort missions, which is pretty much you're escorting a carriage, let's say a carriage, a caravan, merchant's caravan, from point A to point B. There are fixed roads that the goods will follow, and you must stay near the escort target because it will constantly get attacked by trash mobs and the occasional elite champions. And when the cart takes damage, the score at the end will be lower, and based on the total cart HP. This total score will decide the number of chests and their rarity type at the end. And then there will be ways to restore the cart's HP by X% or XY% by sacrificing some of the accumulated score. Which might be cheaper than letting the score ruin the score. So you might actually want to do that. This should be better than the low HP penalty at the end if used at the right times, considering the cost to heal versus the penalty. Then the goods will stop at 3 or 4 to be decided checkpoints where a wave or waves of monsters will need to be defeated. At the checkpoints, the goods will get a bubble shield around them to prevent any damage until the waves are over. So during those waves, you can focus on the waves. There will be some sort of escort NPC that will appear and make a bubble shield that protects this during the wave. But then, of course, after that wave, they would have to recharge, so they would hop onto the carriage and recharge until the next wave. To explain why that's happening that way. The first checkpoint 5 will be a milder one, and maybe only 1 or 2 waves with just trash mobs, plus elites and champions. Second checkpoint fight should be tougher and longer and have more elites and champions than the first one. Third checkpoint should most likely have some sort of a mini boss in its final wave. And the fourth fight should be a boss fight with either occasional trash mob spawns or with 2-3 elites or champion spawns. And if you fail at this final boss fight, that shouldn't be a problem. You would still get some escort stuff. This would happen after you have finished escorting, but this would reward you additional rewards, additional chests at the end if you manage to beat the boss as well. Because the boss becomes angry that they couldn't stop you and they show up to try and get some revenge at you. And again, there will be elite spawns at 66%, at 33%, and at the beginning initial spawn. And it maybe should be random what type of boss fight players get between occasional trash mob spawns or fixed elite champ spawns. And any item drop from mobs during the escort that were not picked up should be offered to the player after failing or succeeding the mission as missed wood. The missed wood interface will be accessible from the escort mission's NPC or if better in the rewards room. Upon failing the mission, the players can still get access to the rewards room where chests will be spawned based on the score that was achieved. If it's easier and more convenient, maybe instead of teleporting the players to a rewards room, they could just be rewarded a certain number of wood caches, reward chests, or whatever name fits, corresponding to their score. This will be X number of big, small, or medium chests caches. There will be 3 types of caches. I've also come up with a reward system. Reaching a checkpoint should guarantee 1 medium chest and 1 small chest. If the checkpoint is cleared, that should upgrade those 2 to 1 medium and 1 big. Without reaching at least the first checkpoint fight, there should be no guaranteed rewards. However, after clearing the first checkpoint fight, starting the next escort phase should guarantee a small chest. Reaching the second checkpoint should upgrade that additional small chest to a small plus medium, on top of the rewards from the full phase 1. Clearing phase 2 fully, beating the second checkpoint fight, will upgrade the small plus medium to medium plus big, the same way it was for phase 1. The rewards of phase 3 follow the same rules as phase 2. Phase 4 will guarantee 2 medium chests upon reaching the boss fight. If the boss fight is successful, both of those get upgraded to big chests. Based on scores, player will be able to earn X% extra chance of getting better drops, gearwork, magic find, whatever the naming in the game is. This X% will be either a single or a double digit or bigger depending on how that score is designed in the game. It should be a percentage good enough to motivate players to want to get in the upper score bracket. Based on the scores, players will be able to earn up to 1 additional big chest. If the scores are not that good, the extra chest will be medium, and if they are very bad, it will be small. And that's just 2 types of endgame. I have 3 more. Fortress Defense is a mix between tower defense and survival mode. So players will have an instanced fortress area. Imagine an instanced fortress area. Not like the fort in Torchlight 3. You will have such a base, like a base of operation like the fort. You would also have an instanced area where you build a tower defense kind of fort with turrets and all sorts of things like that you can defend. That is the defendable version of your headquarters. You'll be able to initiate fortress defense missions that teleport you to that fortress area. Each fortress defense mission will have multiple stages / rounds, 3 or 4 or more, who knows. And the fortress area will be randomly generated in terms of biome, but it will always have the same starting base layout. There is a possibility to make it so that each biome has its own pros and cons in terms of using the environment to your advantage. 2 examples: volcanic biome with rivers of lava where players could push the enemies into those, or with geysers that spray hot air from the ground upwards that could be utilized offensively by funneling enemies into them, or using various crowd control skills to keep enemies into those. Frozen biomes that have slippery ice areas that make enemies fall on the ground, or other hazards that apply shield to enemies. And mind you, shield should be different from regular SWO and reduce the damage an enemy does by X% per stack for max Y stacks. It should also be possible to freeze for Z seconds on max stacks reached. Maybe even make it that attacking while shield enemies while shield damages the attacker by a small amount of damage. This is something I came up with a couple of years ago, or maybe even more. I came with that while Torchlight 3 was still run by Extra. Um, so this mode will also be point based. Again, you start with a certain amount of points, which will always be the same in every biome. At the start of every stage round, players can choose to spend points for various things: for hiring a mercenary NPC with a certain class set of skills, melee, ranged, magic, tank, crowd control, heal, buff, DPS, etc., and telling it to patrol a limited area, or purchasing various offensive structures like traps of all sorts, bread thrower ones, pushers, spike traps, swallowing traps, ballistas, etc. Or you can purchase defensive structures like full wards, um, 1/3 height walls, barricades with spikes on them, purchasing various buffs, boon stations that heal HP, boost MP, boost cooldown reduction, etc. when you're nearby them, or purchasing various debuff stations that affect nearby enemies negatively. You could also gamble for a permanent until the end of the full multi-stage defense run pair of buffs. Buff plus debuff map affixes. This will apply one random positive, one random negative map affix that will remain until all stages of the fortress have been cleared. So again, this is a lot. Let's not give you much more details, but there is the shifting islands, another which is a standard survival mode with a twist, which is kind of like tower mode, survival mode. You talk to an NPC that lets you start a run. You have to pick whether you want to start from the beginning, or if you have already reached some of the checkpoints, every 15 stages that is, they would be able to start from any checkpoint. So stage 15, 30, etc. You would be able to reach those checkpoints. This should be 45 here. Um, and there will be 90 stages. So again, checkpoints at 15, 30, 45, 60, 75. Each shifting islands run will have different and random starting biome. Each shifting islands run will have a different and random starting object and environment arrangement, such as obstacle placement, stone pillars used for line of sight cover, and others. At every checkpoint, the surroundings and the biome will shift. It will be nice if that looks like as if we're in a VR simulation environment, and that has that VR simulation pixel cubes being shifted effect that we see in various games and anime and stuff. The shift will also change the type of monsters that players will face until the next shift. In every 5 stages, players will be able to take a break and interact with some NPCs for supplies, selling, as well as to pick up any wood that dropped. During the breaks pause, the timer and scoring system will be on hold. During the breaks pause, any wood from the previous, and by the way, this timer is not a reverse timer. It's timer 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, just to see how long it took you. And you'll be scored based on that as well as other things for scoring. And during the pause breaks, wood from the previous 5 stages will be placed in an unpicked wood storage and will remain until the run ends. So you can take it, you can trade it, sell it, whatever. Although this game will have auto pickup and auto salvage on pickup. You select your wood filter, which items you want to automatically pick up, and which rarities you want to automatically salvage when they are picked up for materials. You don't have to click like an idiot around the map for all the items that drop. So yeah, you would still have the system to not pick up everything and to see what you want to leave, what you want to trade, what you want to sell to the NPC from this unpicked wood, and what you want to break down. During the breaks pauses, you will be able to pick one out of 3 or 4 possible affix pairs, which is 1 negative and 1 positive. Or you can choose not to pick any pair at all. So they give you 3 or 4 choices of 1 negative and 1 positive paired together randomly, and you decide which one you like if you want to apply them. If you don't want to apply them, that's fine. You go without them. If you don't like the negative, if you don't like the positive more than you dislike the negative, obviously you might want to just keep it simple. And during the breaks pauses, players will also be able to use points to purchase and place stations and towers, similar to the ones in the Fortress Defense mode, in predefined spots. So based on how the randomizer generated the starting area. In each stage we have waves of monsters, etc. I mean, there's a what I've designed about this. And there is the final ones is scalp hunting, which is again kind of like a bounty system. Um, and it's pretty much to let you take a bunch of those. A total of 6 can be held at the same time. And each bounty spot gets 3 hunts walked to it after confirming the desired act story. So you pick in what act story arc you want to get sent for each one, and they give you 3 of those, and you have to finish one of those 3 for that SWAT. You have to pick one of them. And again, there's some things here. There will be tiers again about the rewarding and so on. I mean, this is 5 different types of end game. Any Wooter game can have. It doesn't have to be Diablo style game. It could be Outriders, Borderlands, Destiny type of shooter Wooter, and you can still apply everything that I've designed to that type of camera, to that type of game system. It applies to almost every type of Wooter game you can think of. And I think a game should launch with at least 3 different types of end game, especially if it's a high profile game such as Diablo 4. It should have at least 3 different types of this. I don't consider boss rushes, world bosses, as end game. I consider them as extra side activities you can do. But yeah, right now I think Diablo 4 has 2. Diablo 4 has the bounties, the whisper system, and it has the dungeons, the nightmare dungeons system. So if it only had one more, similar to maybe what I've done, I think many of us would have liked it a lot. So yeah, this was again. You asked for it, you got it. You got the full, the full run through my document of endgame design. But in this document, I have more than just endgame design. I have a full skill system. I have a potion system. I have a crafting system, itemization system. I have everything the game needs, except the story. I didn't write the story there because if this document leaks, I don't want my story and original idea leaking. The rest of it leaking, I don't care. If someone copy-pastes everything that I've just shown, I don't care about that. I would enjoy the game that has those things in it. I would actually love playing a game that is using those things I've designed. Ah, fuck. But yeah, as Razor said, the algorithm of YouTube doesn't like me much, but the algorithm is made in such a way to benefit big channels. Big channels benefit the most from the YouTube algorithm, because the bigger the channel, the more people would be interacting, such as liking, commenting, disliking. It's still an interaction. It still helps the algorithm. In fact, when I had my most disliked videos, when I made videos about how disgusting the pay to win of this game or that game is, those were obviously extremely disliked by the fanboys. For example, Lost Ark fanboys would come and dislike my disgusting pay-to-win confirmed video for Lost Ark, trying to defend it. And in fact, instead of convincing me the game is not pay-to-win, they made me convinced that it's more pay-to-win than I first initially realized it was. But yeah, those videos were getting bombarded by various fanboys. Yet those were getting recommended. People were seeing those, so disliking also helps a video for the algorithm. As long as people are interacting with the video, whether it's liking, disliking, commenting, sharing it, etc., the YouTube algorithm picks up on that. And that's why those big channels definitely benefit more. The bigger the channel, the better the algorithm treats it. It's not designed to help small channels. So getting out of the swamp, getting out of the mud is the difficult part. And for example, there is Diablo Force support streamer program, which I don't know who they're selecting, but I've looked at the list of people in that, and they have small channels and big channels alike. So there doesn't seem to be a clear requirement. I've seen people with 160 followers on Twitch, and I've seen people with tens of thousands of followers on Twitch on that list. So maybe they're only picking native speakers, but I doubt it. Maybe just a randomly selected. There is this one PDF list that they shared, and I just randomly picked a bunch of different names to see if I need to be partner, if I need to be, if I need to have a certain number of Twitch followers or whatever. And this program is pretty much when people gift sub after the 5th of June all the way to the 2nd of July or something like that. People who gift sub two gift subs on one of the people on that list on Twitch, and they get a certain special mount. And again, I tried asking the head of community management or whatever he's called, Adam Fletcher, on Twitter. He didn't reply. I tried contacting support, Blizzard support, to see if they can tell me at least what the requirements are, how this list was made, and they don't reply. So most likely it's just random. They probably made an AI to maybe just go and randomly look at some channels who were streaming during the server slam and stuff like that. It's definitely not based on hours streamed during the server slam and the betas. And it doesn't seem to be something that a person manually made, because it's too big of a list for one person to manually select stream. And the streamers are so random. They're so random from various different backgrounds and whatever. So I don't know what could be their deciding factor. Would be nice if they answer this, if they provide an answer what the requirements are and if I can enter in that list. Because this supports a streamer program would really help small channels, and on it I've noticed some small channels, which is pretty nice. Oh shit. Wait, what? Man, this game really needs some sort of a map or something. I find myself not knowing where to go so much. Oh. Give me healing.
Whoa.
Oh fuck. Fuck. Come on, not there. This is fucking annoying. Finally. Oh, now there's more. No, why does it keep going up? It refuses to climb up. He refuses to climb up while in the... Finally he climbed up. Oh no! Ah, fuckers. Man, this is the easiest difficulty of the game. What monsters make this the easiest difficulty of the game? What the fuck? If you're gonna have 3 difficulties, you gotta make the easy one actually feel easy. To the average player, not to someone who is a master at the genre. Because a master at the genre wouldn't play on the easiest difficulty. So they wouldn't care how easy it is. Time is it? 43. A bit more. I'm not very happy with... Do you see those black bars on the side? I tried to get rid of them. The game is scaling down to 4:3 resolution on a 16:9 monitor, which it never should be doing such a broken thing. But yeah, I don't wanna get past the refund mark. Tomorrow I'll try the other League of Legends story game, which looks better, the Mage Seeker from last month. Maybe that one will keep me entertained for tomorrow. Also, if you haven't voted, you can go to my YouTube channel. Let me show you what you can vote for. On my YouTube channel, I've allowed you guys to vote for my next emotes. You will be the ones using them, so you should be the ones deciding which ones. Where did I put it? Let me share my screen. You go to my YouTube channel under community, I think it's called. There are things like that. So I've put 4 options for wood chest. So I'll make a wood or chest emote. We'll see. I think I'm already using wood, so maybe I'll use chest. And angry. I want an angry emote. So I've let people vote for those. I also did some Inarius Lilith things, but for those I want to crop out some stuff. For example, for Inarius and Lilith emotes, I'll keep experimenting to see if I can get the drawer, the AI drawer, to draw me something nice as fan art. But for Lilith, I've got 4 possible ones. Actually, it's more than 4. I've got more than those ones. I'm thinking this one looks nice because it has the horns here, it has the horn on the side, it also has horns under the ears, but it doesn't look as good. But the face of this one I love the most. Whereas for Inarius, it's difficult to get it to draw the proper wings. To get it to draw wings like those and those wings. But I'll just use the hood. I don't want full size Inarius. I just want the hood. And I'm thinking cropping this hood, just that hood. I can crop it and use it as an Inarius emote. Or this hood, and I can just black out this glowy thing in the middle, or this hood. The voting for that could maybe start eventually later. This one is also pretty nice, and I can just crop out the hood of the ones I like the most, or this one I can black out the stuff in the middle. But I'll be adding Inarius and Lilith, but you can vote for the Angry and the Chest. For the Inarius and Lilith, I think I need to, at least for Lilith, I definitely need to experiment more and try to generate something that looks a little better. And then I can start, even if it doesn't give me the horns, I can draw the horns myself. It's not that difficult to draw the horns. The other things I struggle with when it comes to drawing. But okay, just a moment, just a moment. Let me remove this and we can go back to the game. The game is kind of struggling when I out and tap, when playing windowed mode or whatever. It's taking forever. I can see the responsiveness of my mouse from my streaming software, but it takes like 5-6 seconds to switch from black screen to the game screen. Okay, there it goes. After I out and tap. Over here, what am I supposed to do? Where am I supposed to go? I already did what was doable here. This game has a serious problem that it doesn't seem to have an easy indication figuring out where to go. I have seen where I've been and where I haven't been. But where is my mission? Go to the hub to check in on your friends. Where is the hub? Is this the hub? So I need to... Should I go from here or do I go from there? I'm struggling a lot. Why isn't there fast fucking travel? Okay, I guess I'll go from down below. No, I cannot go from down below. I cannot go there. Can I jump now? No, no, fuck, fuck. Okay. Now I need to go down. How do I get to this place? See, I can't open this door. I have no idea how to open this door. This is getting beyond boring. I couldn't find my way over here. I couldn't find this thing. And this one, it just won't let me progress through that door. So they had to make this game for fucking tryhards. Good job in getting the casual players to actually enjoy it. If I don't enjoy it, then the majority of casual players won't either. And it sucks because platformers are more of a casual player type of genre. Yeah, tomorrow I'll definitely try Mage Seeker. For today, this just doesn't seem like it's gonna take me forever to figure out how to do it, and I'm not great at jumping puzzles, and I just don't like platformers in general. But it's not the problem with the game, with the genre. I've played other platformers, and even though it's not my genre, I've found ways to enjoy them. With this one, it's hard to enjoy this game. Almost impossible for me to enjoy it. I like the combat. I don't like that you only have 5 pips of HP at the beginning, but at least it's dropping enough HP. But I'm struggling with the jumping puzzle stuff of the game. So if that's what I'm struggling with, then there's a serious problem. How do I get up there? This is my big problem. I don't know how to get up there. Uh-huh. Come on, what the... Look at that. Do you see this shit? Finally. The physics of the game are extremely bad compared to some other platformers that I've played. So from here... See, I don't see how to enter. There it is, okay. And I did activate this before, and I already passed through here, but I must have missed something. Is this the hub? Please tell me this is the hub. It's close.
Always something to see and interest on.
Yeah, that is the hub. Oh fuck. Oh motherfuckers. No, fuck.
Let's get some power on.
Okay. What now? Almost.
Gate is open.
Now I have that connection.
What can I do to get past this?
There's some parkour that's needed here. But let's go to where my mission is. The main mission is here. Oh shit. How am I gonna go there? Oh, this one. Guess you gotta go down. Yeah, that's how they made it. They made me have to go down. No. Fuck, stop. No, fuck. Finally. Fucking platforming. Come on. Oops. Come on.
I hope the hub is okay after the collapse.
Where am I? Oh, I'm here finally. This seems to be it.
Hey.
Hey, Ekko.
Yeah, it did. I heard the point.
Not just
Can't they maybe?
Ekko.
Nah, Red. They've got to watch out for me. I should check. Ellie, those Poindexter twins evicted you after all? I always the way
He-
awesome.
n-
Where's you?
Hi there, Ekko.
Corin's shop.
I admire you, Ekko.
Just want to unlock this
Integrity
system, see
hard
what
to
it
come by
does.
these days.
Clockwork Champions, what do I do with that? You haven't unlocked the gadgets and skills. It takes forever to unlock the gadgets and skills systems. By the time most people would have already quit. Okay, this game has a lot of problems, especially when playing it on dual monitor setup and it messes up the fucking resolution. It's something I wouldn't recommend even to fans of the side-scrolling platformer genre. There are better options out there, and the fact that it has the League of Legends war and story doesn't. It's not enough to carry the game. You can't carry the game on name and story alone. You need to make sure there aren't annoying things like that stuff with the dual monitors. You need to make sure that um, things are easier to figure out. Especially if you play on easy mode. I like that they have certain ways that you can customize the difficulty, but even though I made it the easiest it could be, it still felt wrong. And navigating through those jumping puzzles is a nightmare. The difficulty doesn't scale to the difficulty of the jumping puzzles as much as I thought it would. So there is that to consider. Tomorrow I'll try another League of Legends game, probably Mage Seeker, because I don't have anything else to try. But this one is another one for the refund bin. So not much left until Diablo 4. Keep it cool until next time from me, and goodbye, Struck Club.